Rama said, "In this world appearance, with all its bewildering diversity, how does the cosmic order function?" And the word here for cosmic order is niyati. "How is it that the sun of all the celestial bodies is so hot, and who ordained that the days be long sometimes and short at other times?" In other words, why are things the way they are? This is the question that physics tries to answer. A question that science pursues in its purest form. However, we've gone beyond that. We've gone beyond any kind of explanation that physics or science might offer. Because it's now our understanding, our realization, that the universe comes into being from moment to moment. There's neither space, time, nor motion. We've gone beyond that, or we've dropped these notions. So the question which arises is, well, if the whole cosmos is coming into being from moment to moment, why is it taking this particular form? There's clearly some kind of order here. Why has it taken this particular order? There is actually no reason for it to take this particular order. Every night we enter into a new world order when we enter our dream. We might categorize our normal waking state as determined by the laws of physics. But within our dreams, the laws of physics do not apply. Well, they apply to some extent, but there's a loosening of the laws of physics. So, for example, gravity might not have such predominance in our dreams. We might be able to float off the ground or even soar by our own power into the sky or into space even. People that have had near-death experiences will experience a different kind of world order. One that is perhaps more emotional and more determined by light. And in fact, if you've explored higher states of consciousness, in all likelihood, you'll have experienced different niyatis, different world orders. You might have gone beyond the reality of the physical body and experienced a new reality, a more powerful and vivid reality. You might have experienced yourself as pure light, white light, golden light even. And your reality then is characterized by sublime emotion, divine emotion even, and light. So there are lots of different orders of reality, but we happen to be in this particular one where the sun shines and it's hot. The days are of various lengths. Our bodies regulate themselves. Plants grow from the ground and water comes from the sky, and so on. Vasishta replied, "The cosmic order arises and exists in the Supreme Being or the infinite consciousness by sheer coincidence, as the ripe coconut falls when a crow coincidentally alights on it. The manner in which it is known as the universe. Because of the infinity and the omnipotence of consciousness, this cosmic order is seen to be endowed with intelligence. What thus exists is known as the cosmic order, niyati." I want to spend a bit of time on this simile of the crow landing on the coconut tree. Rather than say coincidence, I think it's better to say it as coincidence. Certain factors coincide to create our reality. And what are these factors? These factors are emotions and notions. This is what constitutes our reality. Now, when I say emotion, we tend to think of it in rather crude and gross terms, but emotions are going on all the time. They're rather like a musical note. A musical note has got lots of different components depending on what instrument it's played on. So if you play a middle C on the violin, it sounds different to the middle C played on the flute. And this is because there isn't just the middle C. There are various intervals above that middle C which give it its characteristic timbre. These intervals are known as harmonics. And I'm going to suggest that our emotions are like this. There's the fundamental tone of the particular emotion, but there's all sorts of subtler tones on top of that, all contributing to this froth of emotion. I think the physicists talk about space as being made up of some kind of quantum foam. Well, I'm going to suggest it's actually an emotional foam, a froth of emotion. When we look into it, when we look into these emotions, these aren't just our crude emotions. There's always an emotion going on. It can be very subtle. Froth, it's like a froth, frothing away. And these emotions are dressed in notions. They have expression in notions. And I don't just mean ideas. I'm going to give you an example from last night. This is what our dreams are. Our dreams are the clothing of this froth of emotions. I dreamt last night I was on holiday. My sister was there. My sister is actually going on holiday on Monday in a couple of days' time. So that's possibly why that was there. And I was swimming in the sea and I noticed a jellyfish. And I warned everybody else and I tried to get out of its way. I've actually been stung by jellyfish a couple of times. There was obviously that wariness in the dream when I saw this jellyfish. I was having a bit of trouble getting out of its way. And the more I looked at it, the longer it seemed to get. Well, where were these images coming from? There's a whole sort of subtle froth of emotion going on, which these images are representing. There's nothing significant. It could be like the harmonics of a particular emotion. They're like the harmonic frequencies giving me a particular timbre for the dream. It's just a dressing of this froth of emotions. And it's this froth of emotions which contributes to our tone from moment to moment. And we dress this tone up with images, with feelings, with notions, with thoughts, with ideas. This is what's going on. This is the emotions and notions. This is the crow coinciding with the falling of the coconut. And it's these emotions which invest our notions with reality. And this is the activity of consciousness. And because of the omnipotence of consciousness, this is what gives us the overriding sense of reality, of the reality of our beliefs, of our notions. This is cosmic order. This is niyati.